In the previous episode, we talked about why understanding the client's requirement is so important. But understanding the client requirement is the only first step. The next step is converting those requirements into a clear project scope that everyone agrees on. You know what's behind many construction disputes? Just two words: I assumed. Let me explain. A client believes a statutory approval is included in the contractor's scope. Contractor believes it isn't. He thinks it will be done later by someone else. Nobody is wrong, but the real problem is that nobody clearly defined at the beginning. Halfway through the project, the question comes up: who is going to do the statutory approvals? Suddenly, work slowdowns, there are meetings, emails, arguments, and everyone starts looking at the contract. All because one small thing wasn't clearly written down. And trust me, this happens more than you think. In our experience, unclear project scope is one of the biggest reasons for delays and disputes in construction. So, what is project scope? Simply put, it is a clear definition of what is included and what is not. For example, is the boundary wall included? Who is responsible for firefighting system? Where does the electrical contractors work end? And where does the interior contractors work begins? When everyone has different answers to these questions, problems are guaranteed. That's why we spend time defining the scope before the construction work starts. Once everyone agrees, we freeze the scope. That simply means everyone is working from the same understanding. Now, can the scope change later? Of course it can. Sometimes the client has new requirements, sometimes the site conditions change, but every change should be documented. Its cost and time impact should be evaluated. It should be approved before the work starts, not through a phone call, not through casual conversations on site, but on paper, because every change affects the project. Unclear scope doesn't just create a confusion, it leads to extra costs, delays, unnecessary stress for everyone involved. At Samarth Construction Consultants, we believe that every successful project starts with complete clarity. We clearly define every inclusion, every exclusion, and every responsibility before construction begins. Because one clear document at the start can save weeks of disputes later. If you are planning a project, don't leave anything to assumptions. Define the scope first. Your future self will thank you.